So today I want to talk about the science behind the masks. Here you have the Gulf state, Texas, dropping all mandates 70 days ago, with no problems afterwards. And here you have 98 days ago, Montana, a northern state on the boundary with Canada, dropping their mask mandate as well, again with no issues. So what is going on across the border in Canada, eh? Let's start where everything starts, at the west coast with British Columbia. They put in a mask mandate over 170 days ago and have not dropped it. And look at the result. This policy is brought to you by Premier Horgan and Health Officer Henry. Moving over to Alberta now, where they imprison pastors and seize churches, they have quite a roller coaster since introducing their mask mandates 190 and 270 days ago. No end in sight for this policy, brought to you by Premier Kenny and Health Officer Hinshaw. And now over to the vast prairie land of Saskatchewan, which borders with Montana, by the way, where you can see they implemented their mask mandate 184 days ago, with no result that masking really helped at all. Science! This policy was brought to you by the much celebrated Premier Mo and Health Officer Shahab. Moving over to Manitoba now, where you can see the mandate was put up 230 days ago, where cases were almost at the bottom. Hey Manitoba, how'd that policy work out for you, eh? No end in sight, and brought to you by Premier Pallister and Chief Health Officer Roussin. Now we get to Ontario. Ah yes, the province of police checkpoints. Papers, please. Toronto, the not-so-good, was progressive in the mask mandate, first out the door 320 days ago. The rest of the province followed suit 230 days ago. Hey guys, where did that steep ascent come from? Never mind, nothing to see here. Move on. Brought to you by Premier Ford and Chief Health Officer Williams. Right. Moving on now to Quebec. Well, surely we can find some science here. Whoops, guess not. Mask mandate came on 306 days ago at what was nearly the bottom of the chart. Policy brought to you by Premier Legault and Health Officer Arruda. New Brunswick must know what's going on. Nope. Masks went on 223 days ago, and the surges followed with the regularity of an ocean tide. Policy by Premier Higgs and Health Officer Russell. Nova Scotia surely has a handle on things, right? Well, look at that. They put the masks on 296 days ago at the very bottom of case counts. The trend line did not change until it became what you might call seasonal, a bubble in November, December, and a spike in the spring. Policy in force by Premier Rankin and Health Officer Strang. How about the Islanders? No, not those ones. The Islanders of Prince Edward Island. Surely, being on an island, they had better results. Nope. Masks on 175 days ago, and the ebb and the flow continues with no end in sight. Policy by Premier King and Health Officer Morrison. And now we reach the east end, called Newfoundland, where they thought it was a good idea to put masks on at the bottom of a flat line some 266 days ago, then ride it all the way to the top in spring, while still in apparent meaningless bondage. Policy enforced by Premier Feary and Health Officer Fitzgerald. Let's get back to Montana for a bit now, as they border with those freedom-hating crazy Canucks. Montanans had to wear their mask for a total of around 210 days. They must have looked at the chart and said, hey, this sure is stupid. Let's take these stupid things off. We put these face rags on and cases went sky high here in Big Sky country. And then we finally took them off and look, nothing bad happened. Canadians must love their bondage too much. The result likely of worshipping the gods of government. Maybe they'll never take them off. Shackles must feel real good. Hating freedom, the new virtue signaling pastime. The mask science we get from the charts is that mask mandates do not stop pathogens from moving through a population. Case counts increase during the mask wearing time frame. Masks do not stop people from getting sick. Decreased communicability levels cannot be proven. Mask wearing should not be mandated, and mask wearing should be a free choice. You know, Remembrance Day was instituted after the Great War, where so many died, so that people would remember. And the slogan was, never again. Perhaps this slogan should apply now as well to the politicians and their bureaucratic doctors. May you freedom haters never hold an office again. Think about it. If anything, the charts would almost seem to show that mask wearing makes you sick. Imagine that, rebreathing your own exhalations while restricting fresh air. Think that might make or keep you sick?